Okay, hello everybody. My name is Dustin. I work at Woodman's Food Market, and I'm going to explain kind of what a Woodman's Shopper ID is, why it exists, and where you can find it. So, as many of you might already know, we do not have a loyalty program. We do not have different prices for different peoples, like members versus non-members, etc. It is a very everyday low price sort of model. We try to charge the lowest possible price we can on every product every day. So the shopper ID, a little bit interesting because it kind of acts as a loyalty card number. So the primary motivation for creating a system that allowed customers to have an account and subsequently a shopper ID was to allow digital coupons to be redeemed. So manufacturers are transitioning a lot of print coupons into digital coupons, and in order for our customers to have a way to redeem those digital coupons in store and online, they needed an account. So the shopper ID is kind of your unique number associated with your account. So now we're going to get into kind of where you can find that number and that sort of stuff. So it's available in you can access it via many different channels. So the probably most common or most traditional would be on the website. So if you visit shopwoodmans.com and set up an account, you can create shopping lists in there. You can order online for pickup or delivery. You can do a myriad of things from the website. But you would also be able to see your shopper ID there. You can also download our app in the App Store or the Google Play Store. It is the Shop Woodman's app. It's that little white apple with the red background that you can see on the mobile graphic right there. And no matter which kind of method you choose to use, assuming you don't already have an account, when you go to set up an account, you're going to see a screen like this. So it's going to ask you to sign in. You're going to be like, I don't have login credentials. So you would hit the sign up now button, which you can see within that green box there. And it'll take you to a page that looks like this. So you would put in all of your information, create. You now have a Shop Woodman's account. Obviously no charge, no fees, nothing like that, not a membership. But you have an account where you can clip digital coupons to and also see your shopper ID, which is useful for other purposes as well. So I'm going to go over the website, the Android app, and the Apple iPhone app, going over where you would find your shopper ID in each one of those locations. So we'll start with the website. If you go to shopwoodmans.com and are signed in, you'll see that little profile pic in the top right, that little avatar button. If you click that, you would see that drop-down menu, and Shopper ID is one of the options. When you click that, you would see this. That is your Shopper ID number. So if you would, for whatever purposes you would need that for, there it is. The number one purpose, obviously, would be at the checkout lane. When you check out, you could give the cashier that number. They could type it in. It's probably easier to have the app, and they can just scan it directly from the app, which is what we will get to next. So here we have the Android app, and the picture on the left, we'll call that the first picture, is when I actually log into my app. So I have an Android device. When I open it, this is what I see. On the bottom right, there is a More option. That More option takes you to the second screenshot here in the middle, and you can see Shopper ID is right there. When you click that, you see the account ID in the top left, right under Shopper ID, so same thing. You see that in the top left, but if you click the right scan button, that little UPC looking icon, that thing in the middle appears, that big barcode with account ID and the number starting in 98. I've obviously crossed off the rest of my number for demonstration purposes, but you can see your account ID there, and you can also scan that at the checkout lane. The Apple app is very similar, like almost identical. There's the More button in the bottom right. The Shopper ID is in a slightly different spot in that list in the middle. And then it has that same landing page where you would see your ID in the top left. And if you opened the icon with the UPC, you would get the image in the bottom middle of that third graphic where it shows your account ID and has the big barcode. So that is what the Shopper ID is, and that is where you can find it. Okay, thank you very much, and have a great rest of your day.